Okay. What I like to do for this is try to get it like somewhere where you can grab it with your legs so that both your hands are free. This is going to help a lot in the process because you will need both hands for a lot of these. And then go ahead and so I guess I'll actually do this with you. So let's go ahead and remove the D string. So we're going to pull it towards us like this. And actually, I'm sorry, before we go too far, pay attention to the way it's wound up, which I just want to make sure it is wound correctly. Yeah, so the winding is always towards the peg. So it starts off to the right, and then we wind it, it's going to go towards the peg. So this one is left. This one started here, went to the left. This one starts to the left, goes to the right. This one starts to the left and goes to the right. So let's go ahead and unwind our D string. And then just get it all the way enough to where it pops out. And when you're changing strings, you want to do one string at a time, because if you take off all your strings at once, bridge will collapse. There's a tuning peg in here which can only be placed upright with a certain tool, and the pressure from the strings on the bridge keeps that tuning peg or that sound post properly held. So if this collapses, then that sound post could go flying, and you'll need to take it to a luthier to fix it.
Not ideal.
So, one string at a time. And then what I like to do is take a pencil, and then we're going to take it almost like we're shading something, and just rub it into the groove there, and then also into the groove in the bridge. That's going to help it from sticking, having friction, unwinding, breaking, whatever on us. So you can go ahead and take that pencil, and then just good. And then so we're gonna hold it here and try to grab it near like the top, because that's gonna give us more control. And try to straighten it out a bit if possible. And then we're going to feed it into, so if you look at this E string, you see how like that piece of metal is just barely sticking out of the other side?
Yeah.
So we're going to put it into the peg and then turn it away from us. And we kind of want to play with it a little bit till just like a barely little metal is showing, as seen here.
That didn't work.
Yeah, so you'll have to push it all the way through, and you can usually tell because it'll hit the back of the scroll. And then you can turn it a little bit, see where it's at, if you don't mind though.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So then you want to keep tension on it a little bit. You don't want to pull it too tight because it will come out. But keep your hand on the peg, and then with tension here, start turning the peg. And you want to make it as compact as possible, so keep the string right next to itself during this whole process, just like that. And then you want to be careful not to wind it up too much at this point, because we want to make sure that we can get the ball of the string into that fine tuner.
I think I did it wrong.
Yeah, so no, that's actually not too bad. So you just have to scooch that over a little bit.
Oh.
And I'll see what we got here.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. So if that happens, yeah, it's getting compact, which is good. Let's go ahead and just unwind it back to here. So then you'll keep tension on that string while winding it, so that we can keep the string right next to itself, just like that. So hold that string with tension, but not like pulling on it super tightly as you wind it up, so it can so that it doesn't unravel and then it does some weird things. And then as you have that tension.
This thing.
Yeah, what I like to do once we get to a certain point, so if you want to just hold it there for a second. So once I get to a certain point, I will grab it with my left hand, the string, and then put it down here into the slot. So that ball should, if it isn't long enough, you'll have to just loosen it just a tiny bit. So that's the little finesse of changing a string, is just all the little details, which you might have to go even a little bit looser. Yeah, so when I put the ball in, it's usually about this loose for me. So if you want to loosen it up, just like a couple turns. And right there. Yeah. And then the ball, and make sure it's in that notch, and then you can hold it like this, so keep tension on it. Yeah, like that, and then start winding it again. And what you want to do as it winds in is you want to make sure that it's staying in the groove in the nut, and then also in the bridge. So then it gets tighter, and then of course you just want to move your hand once, so it's going to be in that other area. And yeah, just move your finger once it's tight enough, and then make sure it's good down there, which it looks like it is. So then as you're turning it, you just want to keep plucking it. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it fast enough, but it was going pretty sharp.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. So what you'll have to do is probably just go to instrumental control, or talk to Kothman. She might have extra strings. I know instrumental control does, but that happens when you're changing a string. So you did all the right process and everything. I just didn't catch it. So what I heard right before it snapped was it was almost an A.
No.
So yeah, just that's why you want to keep plucking it, and then if you have a tuner out, or you like to tune the fifth, I think the Jew's out of tune actually. So yeah, you normally have like a tuner out or something, and then just tune to the D or whichever string you're tuning to. That way, that doesn't happen. But that's okay. Like I said, it happens, especially when you're first changing strings. You'll end up breaking a string or two. And if you're teaching beginners, they'll be breaking strings, so it'll be fun. It'll be lots of good practice. But yeah, you did all the right steps and everything. Yeah, just go see instrumental control.
Okay.
Or Kaufman, just to get a replacement for the D string, and then you can even try to do it again, but just make sure you're tuning to the D. Or you can have Kothman might help you along the way, or if you want to come back here and I can help you as well before class. Is class today, or?
I just have a meeting with PSOs.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if the string technique, I forget what.
Oh, no, that's on Monday and Wednesdays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to grab that string before Monday, and
yeah.
I don't think I'll be here tomorrow, but I'll be here on Monday.
I feel like I can figure it out.
Yeah, unless you want to have it again. But yeah. So yeah, good job.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry you broke this.